If you look at where the innovation is coming that is going into the Department of Defense, they've been very public with some of the initiatives around Replicator and various other exercises that they're doing. It is looking at the commercially available dual use technologies to bring them into the national security apparatus and in the Defense Department so that we can continue scaling at pace and innovating at pace.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Philip Stratman. He is the CEO of Ocean Power Technologies. And Philip, welcome back. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, lots going on with the company. So let's get caught up. First off, news out that you've increased that contract into Latin America. It's turning to be a pretty good market for the company.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as we've said in the past, we're very excited about the growth we're seeing in Latin America, and it's across the region. But what this is really, encouraging is that this is truly more evidence that we're seeing this demand organically occur, and people and our customers, be they in the offshore energy space or other areas, are really looking to use autonomy to make their ocean operations more sustainable. And it decreases their operating costs and in turn enables us to put more of our systems out there. So it's very encouraging.
Yeah. Obviously, the dual use part of the technology is really key in a lot of this because you can sort of, as they say, kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. Can you talk to me a bit more about that?
Yes, I mean, we've made no secret about the fact that we are truly focused on dual use technology. So it's technology that has commercial applications and is de-risked because it's been operated in multiple regions around the world and in multiple applications, but it's equally applicable for the defense and security side. There's obviously going to be certain payloads or sensors or other integrations that we do that make some of the operations that we'll end up doing classified. But by keeping the core platform dual use, it enables us to continue growing our commercial business and keep on growing our defense and security business. And both are areas where we're seeing a lot of traction recently.
And Philip, are you hearing from people, like, especially in the Defense Department, saying, the ability to have the tool dual uses is really important in buying one piece of equipment and not a number of other ones?
I think absolutely. I think if you look at where the innovation is coming that is going into the Department of Defense, they've been very public with some of the initiatives around Replicator and various other exercises that they're doing. It is looking at the commercially available dual use technologies to bring them into the national security apparatus and in the Defense Department so that we can continue scaling at pace and innovating at pace. So we certainly see this as a really big opportunity, and it's of great interest from getting more bang for your buck in terms of what we provide to our warfighters.
Okay. Just as we sort of wrap up 2024 and head into 2025, I want to talk to you about revenue. And I noticed that in your recent financials, the company had the highest revenue ever, as a matter of fact. So that's a really good springboard from this year into next.
Yes, and despite the obvious seasonality that all of us face, we continue to scale and we continue to convert the backlog that we've created through the contract, like the one in Latin America that we just announced, to revenues. I think that led us to being able to announce early earnings and our highest ever revenues that we had. So we are very excited about what that means, and it led us to be able to reconfirm the pathway to profitability by the end of calendar 2025. So yeah, more exciting times ahead.
Absolutely. Philip, thank you so much. Good to talk to you again. I look forward to our next conversation. All right.
Excellent. Great. Thanks for having me on, Steve.
All right. There's Phil Stratman. He's the CEO of Ocean Power Technologies.